Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Bright, where I share all of the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren. I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds. In today's video, it's weigh-in Wednesday, so I'm very excited to share my weigh-in update with you guys. And then I'm doing a rapid fire Q&A. How am I gonna do rapid fire Q&A, you may ask? Well, I posted on the YouTube community page, asked you guys for questions. My husband's gonna scroll through them. He's actually gonna participate like hardcore in this video. He's gonna ask me questions that you guys asked, and I'm very excited about it. So let's go ahead and get into the weigh-in portion of this video. I'm smiling so big, my cheeks hurt. I'm just excited that he's gonna help me with this video. I'm like so excited. My weigh-in Wednesday portion of the video. Today I weighed in at 307 pounds flat. So I lost 1.2 pounds this week and I am so excited. I'm getting so close to being 50 pounds down and I'm getting so close to being under that 300 mark. So I have decided what I'm gonna get when I get under the 300. When I get down to the 300, I'm getting these sunglasses. I'm very excited about them. I'm very excited about these sunglasses. I haven't talked to the hubs about it. I'm sure he'll be on board. I still haven't got my earrings for the 40 pounds down. I guess one thing is I really haven't been wearing any earrings except for these ones that my husband gave me for Valentine's Day. I just love these earrings a lot, so I wear them like every day. Speaking of the husband, let's go ahead and get into these rapid fire questions. All right guys, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes. The hubs is gonna ask me questions. I have 60 seconds to answer each question. If I don't answer it in a minute, then I have to do 10 squats. So let's do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 15 minutes. We're counting down now.
What's the hardest part of the journey?
The hardest part of my journey is having patience with myself.
How do you stay focused on your goals?
How do I stay focused on my goals? I don't. I have a to-do list and I just go through my to-do list every single day.
Does your husband work out with you?
Not often.
Good answer. How do you deal with anxiety and fear?
I feel like I'm not a person that has a lot of fear. I'm pretty stupid fearless about most things. However, I'm very high anxiety, and I think just acknowledging the way that I'm feeling and not putting extra pressure on myself really helps me move forward.
How do you deal with bad body image days or feeling of wanting to give up?
So I read an interesting quote the other day, and it was having a healthy body image isn't about having a healthy view on the way your body looks. It's about viewing your body as healthy. And I think just being grateful for the things that my body does helps me be okay with everything else. I've never really liked everything about my body, whether I'm small or big, there's always something, but focusing on the positives and respecting my body helps me have a healthy body image.
What are your thoughts on intuitive eating?
My thoughts on intuitive eating, I don't do it. I don't really have a lot of thoughts on intuitive eating. I think for me and weight loss, it would be hard to implement that now. However, that's the goal. Like my husband, for instance, he always eats intuitively and his body like shuts him down. Like when he's full, he just stops. And when he feels like something's bad for his body, he doesn't eat it. And that would be great to be that way. I'm not yet.
What kind of wedding did you have?
A sweet wedding. We had a sweet wedding. I liked our wedding.
Are you excited to wear bikinis this summer?
I don't wear bikinis ever. Maybe a tankini. So no, I'm not excited because I'm not going to.
How do you think your move will affect your journey? What are you going to put in place to ensure your big change doesn't knock you off track?
Golly, that's a good question. So I'm very nervous about the move. Big changes always shake things up. The best move I ever had, so I've moved a lot in my life, was when I moved to Utah. Before I moved there, I already had joined a yoga studio and a gym. I had everything in place, so I just slid right into that life. And I'll be working on coming up with a plan to do that for when we move, you know, this summer.
What is your absolute favorite food?
Chicken.
Least favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Do you weigh with a scale that measures your muscle mass?
No, I don't.
What is your favorite thing about your husband and your marriage?
His big eyes are just, he read that and he's all like, my favorite thing about my marriage, I think we complement each other very well and we progress each other forward. Favorite thing about my husband, I just love him. I love everything about my husband. Almost yes, I love everything about my husband.
Do you find your husband helpful and supportive or a hindrance in your weight loss journey?
Both.
Answer carefully.
Answer carefully? Does it say that?
No.
Oh, well,
say that.
I say both. I think if everyone outside of you is going to be both. Like, even if they're more one than the other, he's definitely more helpful than a hindrance. But then, you know, there's times where he's like, I'm gonna have pizza. And the great thing about him is he will remind me of my goals, which is nice.
How do you overcome strong cravings for unhealthy foods?
I don't typically have a lot of cravings for unhealthy foods. I think having a really good balanced diet has helped me prevent having massive cravings. Normally when I've experienced cravings, it's because I'm like really cutting off food groups, and I'm not doing that now, so.
How did you overcome binge eating?
I don't know. I only binge when I am depressed. So it's more I'm depressed and then that's like a symptom of depression, usually brought on by some hormonal thing. So I don't know for sure that I have overcome it, but it's not something I do often, so I don't know if that helps.
Do you think your move will affect your journey?
I do think my move will affect my journey. I'm not sure how. I know that for this week, almost every night I've had dreams that me and Jenna are fighting. That's my workout buddy. Like over the dumbest stuff. Like every night I have these vivid dreams of us fighting. So I know I'm like really stressing about not having my workout buddy. I think that's what that comes down to. But it's all gonna work out. And yeah.
Is 75 hard helping out with your mental rut that you were experiencing earlier last month? Have y'all heard anything about your relocation for next year?
75 hard. 75 hard. That was like multiple questions.
Yeah, let's do the first part. Is 75 hard helping out with your mental rut that you were experiencing early last month? 75
hard is definitely, it helped me pull myself out. I wouldn't give the credit to the challenge per se. I would give it towards building that mental toughness, which is part of the challenge. But honestly, most of the things in 75 hard were things I was already doing, but making the commitment to myself to do them is definitely helped me pull out of that rut, so.
Have y'all heard anything about your relocation for next year? It's not next year, it's gonna be this year.
Yeah, so we're definitely relocating when my husband gets done with his school, and he will graduate this summer, so soon. And we do not have orders, so we haven't heard anything new.
How do you feel about other YouTubers commenting on your health journey?
I ignore it. That's how I feel about it. I just ignore it.
So you have chosen transparency and truthfulness as a YouTuber. How do you feel about other YouTubers' opinions on your lifestyle and diet choices?
I think everyone has the right to have an opinion about whatever they want to have an opinion about. And that's not just other YouTubers. It's, you know, your great aunt that you tell about your new goals. And it's not just limited to weight loss. Other people's opinions should not matter to you. You have to do what's best for yourself. And as I've learned to do that, I've been healthier and happier, so.
What is your what is your hair care routine?
my hair care routine. I wash my hair about 2 times a week and I don't use a lot of heat on it anymore. And I think genetics.
How do you feel about the possibility of loose skin after weight loss?
If I have loose skin and it affects me adversely, I will just get it removed.
What are your favorite movies?
Golly, my favorite movies. I just got like flooded. I really like Anne of Green Gables. I don't know, I have so many favorite movies. I love movies. Like, it's one of my favorite things to do is go to the movies. I have hundreds of favorite movies. I don't know why Anne of Green Gables popped in my head, probably because of the puffy sleeves on the sweatshirt, honestly, so.
How did you decide what diet to follow for 75 Hard?
I did not want to choose a diet per se. I'm just working on having a healthy, balanced diet, and then I am tracking by writing down everything I eat. So if you go to the facts page, he specifies you do not have to choose like a diet. It basically is just eating healthy and not having like desserts and things like that. So.
Have you ever cheated on your diet? Sometimes I have a little cheat day once a month.
So on 75 Hard, no. And in general, I wouldn't call anything I do cheating per se. I think that just puts it in a negative headspace, kind of like I failed. So what I focused on is just doing everything in moderation.
Have you considered the bariatric route to weight loss?
The bariatric route to weight loss doesn't work for me because I've lost a massive amount of weight, maintained that loss, and then gained it back. So my worry is if I were to gain it back, then it's complicated, but I don't feel like it's for me for those reasons. I don't think it's taking a stronger approach, doing it my way, or a better approach. I just think there's tools and everybody needs to do what's best for their own bodies.
How do you find the great music in your videos?
I use Epidemic Sound for the music in my videos. I feel like it's weird having you behind the camera. Can you come on this side? Can you come on this side of the camera? Oh, you don't, okay, he doesn't want to be in the video, but it's so weird. Now it's even weirder because I can't look at him when he asks me the questions. I'm looking at you.
What do you think of the emerging science that says calorie restriction diets fail?
I think that it makes sense if you're focused on, I think anytime you focused on restriction, you're probably going to fail at what you're trying to do. If you're trying to overly control yourself, especially in like an authoritarian, like, oh, you will not cross these lines, it makes it very easy for you to get in an unhealthy mental space and fail. So it makes sense to me, but I do think like burning more calories than you consume is the only way to lose weight, so.
Favorite TV show to watch?
Yellowstone, and I really like The Walking Dead, but not so much recently.
Are you bored of eating broccoli and grilled boneless, skinless chicken breast?
No, because that's not all that I eat, but I like chicken. It's my favorite.
Do you get up in the morning feeling alert and ready for the day, or do you take a while to get going? I know the answer.
It depends. Most of the time it takes me a minute, but there are times where I wake up and I'm ready to go. It just all depends.
How do you work out on days you have your flow?
You did not want to say my period. Is that what she wrote, flow?
No, she wrote period.
So I just do it most of the time. If I feel so bad, so I have like, because I have PCOS, sometimes my symptoms are really, really bad. If they're really bad, I just won't work out, and then I don't judge myself for it, and I work out the next day. Most of the time though, if it's like a, I don't know, 1 to 4 on the pain scale, then I'll just work out anyway.
What are your ideas for a swimsuit?
My ideas for a swimsuit, like, what does that mean?
It says swimsuit ideas, so I tried to read it off in a better way.
Swimsuit ideas, like where to get them. So Torrid, Lane Bryant. I usually get a lot of stuff off Amazon. Last year, I didn't know these were a thing, but like, you know, they have bike shorts like that go halfway in between your knee. They actually make swim shorts that are like that, and I like that. So last year I bought tops, like tankini tops from Lane Bryant, and then the swim shorts from Amazon.
What's your biggest motivation to always being on track of the weight loss journey? How do you keep the motivation?
I think it's by not relying on motivation. Like, I have the things that I want to do, and then constantly checking in with myself, both just what I do on my own and then even checking in with you guys once a month. It allows me to consistently recenter and decide if I'm on track or not and make adjustments. So being patient, not judging myself overly harshly, which I've always done my entire life, has really helped.
Have you ever looked into or considered a whole food plant-based diet?
So, funny story, the hubs and I watched a documentary this isn't a funny story, like when we first moved here, and for about a month we did a plant-based diet, and it just wasn't for us. So, and in college I also did it for very different reasons, and I did it then for about 6 months, and then I stopped.
I know you'll be moving soon. So how are you feeling about losing your workout buddy, Jenna?
I already told you guys, I've been having nightmares about us like fighting, like verbally like arguing over like dumb stuff. But like last night we were on two sides of a street and we were like arguing back. I can't remember what we were saying. I just know we were like going at it, like yelling at each other on two sides of a street. Like, she's on the sidewalk over here and I was over here. So, not good. I'm gonna miss her a ton. I love her very much, and yeah.
Do you think it might be hard at first to find the motivation to work out in your own new space solo?
No, yes and no. I think the trouble is going to be when you do a military move, you don't have control over when you get your belongings always. So there's just going to be a lot of factors. And then with all that's going on in the world, I don't know if I'm gonna get a gym membership. I've thought about it, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. So yeah, timer is done. That is all of my questions so that I'm gonna answer today. How many did we get through?
Almost all of them. We have 3 left.
3 left?
Hi.
That's like his customer service hi. Usually it's hello though. Hello.
Oh, you want the hello?
Yes, so what are the 3 questions?
In your lowest point of this journey, what was the thing, thought, or experience that brought you back to you?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Look at you trying to be sweet. When you move, will you look for a new job? You seem like a woman who loves doing her job and is good at it. Would you like going back to your previous job if you could, or would you like to make YouTube your main source of income?
Okay, I need you to separate those out for me.
It's all about work. It's pretty much asking the same question in 3 different ways. But when you move, will you look for a new job?
Probably not.
You seem like a woman who loves doing her job and seems good at it. Would you like to go back to your previous job if you could, or would?
If they came to me and offered me my job back, I think I would have a hard time saying no. Ultimately, I think I wouldn't go back. It was my dream job. I loved what I was doing. I love the company. I love so much about it all. It would be very hard for me not to go back.
Would you like to make YouTube your main source of income?
It is my main source of income.
You have moments of bad cravings, like takeout or sweets. What do you do to combat them? I'm not a cravings-based person. I don't crave things very often. So I don't really struggle with that. And when I do, this guy right here is usually like, are you sure? And just him asking me the question typically deters me from going completely crazy. Sometimes it doesn't, but a lot of times it does. That's it. That's all of them.
Well, thanks, babe.
Yep, here you go.
I love you.
Love it.
All right, beautiful people, that is gonna wrap up today's video. I am impressed that we got through all those questions. So if there are questions that we didn't answer,
I will either do those in another video, or it's possible that I'm gonna do a specific video on that question. And let me know if you guys have other questions or would like me to go into more detail, because I definitely was trying to spit it out. Then just comment down below, let me know your question. Let me know your questions on my answers if you have any. And thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you on Friday.